Hey guys, Curlychaotic, welcome back to my channel. So I am midweek of a perm rod set and I just want to refresh it, and I want to take you dolls with me so you can see how the process is. So first things first, I have a bonnet on, as you can see, but this is not part of the bonnet. This is actually a satin wrap net. This is what I use when my hair is straight or when it was relaxed and I want to, like, you know, do a doobie wrap. So the reason why I have this on, it's not always necessary, but I want to show you guys. You see how my edges are exposed? This bonnet that I have on currently is kind of huge for my head, even though they did say it's a kid size. But basically with this bonnet on, and when I'm sleeping, you know, you can see the friction and moving around. We don't want that, simply because our edges are the fragile part of our hair and you don't want them to be exposed. So that's the reason why I wear a bonnet. And secondly, whenever I do perm rods, I like to have hair hanging in the front of my hair. So with that being said, because I have sensitive skin from time to time, or at least during the hot months, I'll get a breakout. So that's the only reason why I don't sleep on my satin pillowcase. Otherwise, that's what I use as far as protecting my hair overnight. But now I want to show you live. I want to take you dolls along with me, and we are going to show you exactly how I refresh a perm rod set midweek. So keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take it out of the bonnet. You can see when you wear a bonnet, it's going to give you that mushroom shape. Right now I'm looking like a mushroom off of Super Mario. So the first thing we're going to do is, I just like to, you know, fluff up my hair as much as I can. Just shake it around a bit. That's the first thing that I'm doing. Shake it on out. Okay, so you can kind of see my curls has loosened up a bit. This is about, I want to say, like day 2, day 3 curls. So this is what I would do whenever I feel I'm not ready to wash my hair and I want to refresh my perm rod sets. First thing I'm going to do is good old H2O. Yes, bottle of water. And I'm not too heavy-handed, but I like to spray around my edges and just all throughout the perimeter of my hair, just until I get some form of moisture in there. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Okay, so now that I have some dampness, I like to smooth it in, at least in the front, in the perimeter of my hair. I like to smooth it in. And I like to protect my edges throughout the week when I'm washing my face with face wash or whatever. I don't like too many buildup on my edges, because your edges are fragile and it's so prone to breaking. I'm just going to add some of the Camille Rose Growth and Shine Balm, and it has biotin and castor oil in it. And to me, I want to say the main ingredients is cocoa wafers, rice bran oil, virgin palm kernel, babassu oil, murmuru butter. Those are like some of the first couple of ingredients. But as far as how you use it, you just apply the desired amount to your hair. Usually when I use it, I like to focus on my edges. This is not something that's going to give you a sleek look, but it has the consistency of a grease. Now it has a little beady feel to it, and it kind of looks a little beady. So when I use this, I just take a finger or two and I just basically rub it on in. See, I already dug some out because I will be rubbing it all day. But basically what I do is I add it onto my hand, and once you start, the heat from your hands, from the palm of your hands, when you start rubbing it together, the friction, it will give it like a nice oily texture. So the little beads will kind of just melt away. So once it's completely melted, because I don't like when I have white residue, it will go on my hair that way. So I like to make sure I am activating the product by just massaging my fingertips together, and we're just going to smooth away. Again, I don't care too much about sleek edges. I just want to make sure that I'm protecting my edges. I don't play about my edges. So I'm just going to add a little bit more, and I'm going to put some around the back, the nape of my neck, and I'm just going, any extra that I have, I'm just going to massage it throughout my scalp. See how I have some residue right there? So now I got to find a way to get it out. Be very mindful that when you use this product, again, if you don't activate it completely in your hair for it to melt, you would see little residue like right here. And you know, when it's time for you to fix your curls, it can be a little stubborn sometimes to melt it away when it's sitting on top of your hair. Okay, so now that I basically massaged my scalp, I am going to add a little bit of product to my hair. I like to use the Revitalizing Hair Smoother Fresh Curl by Camille Rose. Now, this can be used as a leave-in conditioner. You can use this when you're doing wash and goes. You can use it to refresh an old style. So I like products where most of the time they're versatile. You can do more than one thing with it. And I've had this for a long time. I am about a little less than halfway done, but I've had this product for a long time, and it's one of my favorites as far as refreshing a hairstyle when using Camille Rose line. So I am just going to pump one pump into my hand. I don't like to use a lot because, again, I just want this style to look good for a couple more days. But I am just going to smooth it through my hair. I am going to basically mainly focus on my ends, but you want to be very careful because when you manipulate your hair, you're just causing more frizz. So I know I'm going to get frizz because it's already an old hairstyle, but of course I don't mind frizz at this point. But too much frizz, too much manipulating, you will create more frizz. Okay, so now that I have that on my hair, I am going to grab a pick, a wide tooth comb. I like to use this. It's called Lux Therapy. It's great when you have a protective style and your hair is itching. Sometimes throughout the day I just do this to my hair and it feels so good because my hair itches really fast and my scalp gets dry really fast. So this feels really good. But as I'm doing this, I'm kind of loosening up my curls a bit so they can fall naturally the way they want to fall. So once I do that, while I'm massaging my scalp, look at that, killing two birds in one stone. Now what I am going to do is just fluff it up, give it a little volume. When I'm picking, I am not picking all the way through because you are going to lose curl as you're doing this. So I'm gonna make sure I do it just a bit to your, to your liking. Me, I still want to have some definition, and again, you can either hold it and just rake it through just a little bit. Okay, so now that I refreshed my curls, I picked it out, I massaged my edges. The only thing what's left for me to do, my hands are still a bit oily from the residue of the products and the natural oils in my hair. So at this point, all I am going to do is look around in my hair or feel. This kind of style, my curls tend to clump together. Believe me, when I started on day one, it was actually nice and full and volumized. Throughout my perm rod set journeys, I am learning more and more each time. I like the full volume on day one hair, but now what I do is I do less separating, and throughout the week I separate more as I go, because first day I could get a lot of volume, but my hair, it looks a hot mess sometimes because I'm just playing in my hair too much. So again, the less you play in your hair, the more you can preserve your styles. But I am just going to look for any curls that look a little limp or dull. You see, sometimes the curls tend to clump together, so I'm just going to pull it apart and I'm just going to finger twirl it 1 or 2 times, and that's it. That's all I'm going to do. Okay guys, so this is basically what I do to refresh my perm rod sets midweek or whenever I feel my hair starts feeling dry and I'm not ready to wash it yet. So please give this video a thumbs up if you like this. If you want to see how I preserve more styles or any requests, just leave it down in the comments below and I would see you guys next time.